Why is always like in LA Fitness, all the guys trying to give instructions and stuff?
You tell me everything, I'll believe you.
He was fucking huge, bro.
For certain fitness goal like that you like to achieve like once, you're like, I mean, when you first start working out, we don't go for the field.
I remember for the longest time I couldn't feel my back.
Water Buffalo TM is back with another Buff Talk.
3, 2, 1. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Old School Matt here, back with another Buff Talk, and today we're joined by a full house. We got Chris Vidal in the house. We got Lawrence Ginsoli, first time on the podcast, in the house, and then Mike's workouts in the house as well. Before we get started, how's everybody doing? What's going on, boys? Nice to have you guys.
Thanks for having me here, buddy.
Excited.
My first time, like I live right in the neighborhood. And how long have you been doing these podcasts for? I just never come over here.
Lawrence hasn't got a call yet because his story's not.
I'm not mad. I just think it's just funny how I live right down the road and then I'm not a priority.
Anyway,
but it's fine.
Welcome to the podcast, Lawrence. For the first time, I think we're gonna do something like a roundtable type of bullshit type of podcast, tell some gym stories and just kind of go with the flow. But Chris, how you been, bro?
I'm good.
Mike?
Give me 1 second.
Been good, man.
Oh, you're good.
Thank you for having me again.
Yeah, we got some shots over there. We're gonna probably take one at some point, but I'm gonna let Lawrence take off the beginning of the podcast. He said he had a funny gym story from him and Chris back in the day. So why don't you just let everybody know? It'll give Lawrence his character as well.
So I think this is the first time we both were. Actually, no. It was more of me trying to working out for the first time. I think Chris has already have experience working out somewhat because he's done more body weights types besides weightlifting. So I think it's my first time benching. I have no experience on what to do, what weight to even use. I think we just started out as the bar, and then I think while he was spotting me, he was already dripping sweat. I don't even know what we were doing from the beginning. And then all of a sudden, his sweat dripped from
Chris,
down the space.
You do sweat a lot when you work out.
He does.
Yeah.
And then the sweat.
More just working out.
Yeah. So the sweat dripped from all over his mouth, his nose, and his face, all the way down into mine. And I just kind of spit it back up in him. And then I just I think I had a weight on. And then the weight just kind of I leaned over to the right or left too far, and then the plate slid. The plate fell out, and then it was just unbalanced, and then I fell to the side.
Really?
Something like that.
Who saved you guys?
No one. I didn't fall, but I almost did.
What about the one about you guys were just talking about before the podcast? They were talking about some lady had to get the bar off your chest.
I don't remember that.
I remember benching, and then I'm pretty sure you were with me if I'm not mistaken, but
maybe I just don't remember.
But I just remember I was young. I was maybe 13 years old, and I already loaded 135 on the bar. I was like, you know what, plate, that looks pretty. Plate, let's try it. Man, that was heavy. I got it up once, and I tried to bring it back down again, and then it was literally just down. And then some lady came and deadlifted it up and put it on the rack, and it was a funny story.
That's hilarious. Mike, what about you, bro? Any interesting gym stories?
No, yeah, I think we all have our stories. I mean, I remember the first time coming to the gym, I couldn't even move the bar, and just as you guys said, trying the bench press, trying all the machines for the first time, I couldn't even do anything with the weight. So
I think one of the funniest stories was when I used to go to the gym up in the clubhouse, Lawrence, with Franco and Chris Fortunato.
The clubhouse gym?
Yeah, and they used to work out there all the time. And there used to be that I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. What's that app where there's 7-second videos? Vine. You remember Vine?
Oh, yeah.
I remember Vine. Do you know the story, Lawrence? Where me and John Fortunato were working out with Chris and Franco, and then they're older than us, so we were trying to they were doing some sort of workout dumbbell rows or something like that against the wall, and me and John were trying to make a funny Vine with the dumbbell rows, and then I kicked John or something. He fell through the wall. You don't remember that? No. You ever heard that story? And it destroyed the whole wall and the thing. And he ran out of the clubhouse gym. And then I knew there was cameras, so I was I don't know why he's running. So there was a video. They showed us the footage. It was hilarious. You know John Fortunato, right? Yeah. So he hits the wall. The wall goes completely in because it's drywall, and he just takes off. And I'm like just standing there because I know that there's cameras. And then I remember like the clubhouse security guard or whatever, they like got the video and showed our parents. And I remember watching the video again. And it's just like John falling into the wall, him taking off. And then like 10 seconds later, him walking back because he realized there was cameras. It was just the funniest shit in the world because he was trying to like obviously not want to pay for it. We never paid for it. We were like 12 years old. Yeah. But it was funny at the time because I knew there was cameras. And then he realized there was cameras. He's like, why the fuck am I running? I live here. You know what I mean? But just a bunch of funny, different shit like that. They used to, the kid, Chris Granauer, the kid who used to do the military stuff, he used to smoke cigarettes while we worked out. And he was the first person I ever smoked Black and Mild with when I was like 15.
Whoa. We made holes in the wall in the gym too.
Yeah?
What would you do? Yeah, we bring our skateboards and we would just ride it on the treadmill. And then our buddy Jeremy did it, and then he fell backwards, and then his whole back or head hit the wall. I mean, like a huge hole.
Oh, I remember one time I broke this neighborhood's chest machine. I think Fortunato was a little depressed for a little bit, like a week or two.
In your clubhouse gym?
No, this clubhouse gym. Remember when I broke the chest press?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He was like, oh, man, I like that chest press a lot.
Dude,
I remember telling me that, and I was like, oh, shit.
I saw something happen not too long ago at LA Fitness. So, like, you know the stairs, like when you go up to, like, the treadmills and ellipticals and everything? Mm-hmm. One of the trainers there was trying to get like a cool video or a picture of him doing like a handstand flag, whatever, like against like the side rails on the stairs. Oof. He almost fell. I think I have a video of it on my phone or a picture of it, but like he literally almost fell. Like if he did fall, he would have just fell like to the ground, like from the second story.
Mike, you started working out before you came here, or in Venezuela too?
No, I started some of my workouts in Venezuela. I mean, it wasn't that serious. I would say just like kind of like just exploring around, you know, learning about the machines. But yeah, I got up like serious weightlifting when I came here.
When you first got here, what was your because like what was your first time in the gym? Like what was it like working out here in the commercial?
And just trying to explore everything. I started like probably like as everybody just signing up on the cheapest gym. I think I went to a Planet Fitness. So yeah, that was kind of like just trying to explore a machine. As I remember, I was doing a lot of cardio because that's like the only thing that I really know to do is turn the treadmill.
Dude, I remember my first time working out. It was Chris Fortunato who took me to the gym. I was just skateboarding one day and he said, bro, like, let's go to the gym. Like, I want you to start working out. And what I did was I did like a whole bunch of like bicep curls. And we were doing a bunch of like chest flies.
Yeah, I used to do all that.
And I just hated just like how everything felt. Like I don't like this.
I remember for the longest time I couldn't feel my back. I couldn't feel my back when I was training.
Really?
Yeah, until I was like probably 17 or 18 years old. That I couldn't really like feel what was going on when I was working out my back. And
my back is huge. So
yeah, one day it just hit me. I don't know if that and triceps. I never felt my triceps either.
You never like felt it while you were working?
No, it was always weird. Like it'd give out, but I just never felt it. Now I do, obviously, but I don't know if that happened with you guys.
Not good mind muscle connection?
Yeah, and
like
any
that?
body parts you just could not get to feel when you first started working out? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I mean, when you first start working out, we don't go for the feel. We just go for like
I think for me it'll be a chest,
Yeah.
Chest.
I would say my legs, other than leg extension, were like non-existent for a while. Like I wouldn't even care like about my legs. I'd be like, they'll do legs.
I think we all did at one point.
Yeah, I like training legs from the beginning. I started hating training legs more recently.
Really?
Yeah, I used to like working out legs. I don't know why.
Well, I feel like now you have to load so many plates. You're like, man.
I kind of wish I started like when I first started working out, I would do more like strength training, because like I started more like high repetitions in a way, and I feel like I don't know if it's true or not. Like if you start like working out, like doing like 5x5s or like strength training, I feel like you'll get pretty like stronger in the long run.
Yeah, we used to do some weird shit. I mean,
I don't know if that's true or not, but I've heard.
I think it sets a good foundation. But I mean, I'm sure when everyone started, I used to do some weird shit, dude. I used to do some wacky ass workouts, like full body type of like random shit. I used to like
to get everything done.
I used to not eat before I worked out and like not eat after. I used to do like milk only, like literally just milk, like just weird shit.
Dude, the first time I met you, were like a fucking like skinny dude. And then all of a sudden in high school, I just see you like blown up. It was like, oh.
Yeah, because I remember Chris Fortunato used to say like, you shouldn't eat a lot. You only should eat once a day. And Franco Camacho used to say you should eat like 3 or 4 times a day. And I was always fat, so I was just listening to Chris Fortunato because he was always a fat guy trying to get small, like skinnier. And Franco was always a skinny guy trying to get bigger.
Oh, yeah.
So I was always trying to lose weight. Do you know who those guys are? You don't know who they are, right?
Man, no, I don't really know.
Yeah.
Not Frankie, but Chris, yes.
Yeah, Chris, yeah. Anyways, those are like the 2 guys that I first got me into the gym. And then
That was Chris for me.
LA Fitness was the first gym for me too. Was LA Fitness your first?
Planet Fitness for me.
Ooh, for me, it probably was actually Ultima.
Yeah, because you did Taekwondo there.
Exactly. And then I just for a while, I just copped that free Taekwondo membership and just used the gym for free.
And then I'll ride with him. His dad
and
was
then a month later,
the
the instructor was like, "Yo, the gym told me you gotta get a membership."
I do remember is while we were working out, because your dad would always be like in dress shirt, dress pants, and dress shoes. And I guess while we were working out, I just see his dad in like full dress suit and everything, working abs. Do you remember that?
It was so funny because my dad was just like, I'm kind of stuck with this kid for a couple more hours, and I got time to kill. I'm just gonna work
Some
out.
crunches.
Yeah.
He
was doing like the machine
crunches in like my doctor attire.
Yeah, he was doing like the machine crunches. I just remember that.
He used to love the machine crunches a lot.
How long do you guys know each other?
I've known Chris since we're like little kids. Probably like around like 3 years old. Because his mom, my mom were like good friends, and it was just like a history.
Was Chris Fortunato, the first one in the group to start working out?
I think so. Yeah, it was him.
What about you, Mike? Who inspired you to work out?
So I have always done like athletic activity, tennis and stuff. But man, if I have to I have to mention some dudes on YouTube. Probably the guy from Matlin next.
Jeff
Jeff
Cavalier.
Cavalier.
Jeff Cavalier.
It's just like
Such a good channel.
him. Mainly him, man.
What about you, Chris?
I used to watch a lot of anime when I was a kid. So, like, a lot of those dudes are jacked. So, ever since I was a kid, I always had this, like, image of, like, a jacked man and, like, how a jacked man should look. So, my whole life, I'm just going to spend it trying to look like that. Even when I'm, like, an old guy, I'll be, like, on roids and stuff. And, like 70,
Like when it first started for me, like I was more of an overweight kid and I just wanted to be skinny. So like I would do more cardio than the weights. But what motivated me to kind of like get more into lifting, I guess it was just like everyone was like starting to do it. And I guess I kind of like wanted to follow the crowd, like wanted to get into it more. But like I didn't have any knowledge with like diet or like mind to muscle connection or repetitions. I just worked out to work out for probably like the first couple of years maybe. And that's where like your newbie gains come in. That's why I wish I was more knowledgeable when I first started.
Yeah, I did the same shit, but like, I mean, I feel like for everybody, like eventually you figure it out. But like, I know people that are just starting now that are like getting into it and they know their shit right away, and it's pretty helpful. Mm-hmm. But I would say like on the social media guys, Jeff Side is always like somebody.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah, you know who Jeff Side is? Bodybuilder. You know who Jeff Side is? Yeah, him.
He's a good inspiration.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who else. Obviously, like the Arnolds and shit like that. And then I realized I was never going to be that tall, so I was like fucking finding shorter guys. But you guys ever watch Rich Piana or no?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I did. From you. You show me.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch his shit like religiously?
I did because like I knew about him, like just like that's Rich Piana. But then I see you like talk about him more. I kind of like looked more into him.
You ever watch him?
Got
Like?
fascinated.
I'll watch him. Yeah.
I got more fascinated in him. It was kind of funny because like I only got fascinated in it like after he died. So
As I was gonna say, you watched his stuff after he died.
I started watching him more while he was alive, but after he died, like watched like everything.
Yeah,
I was like starting to get into it before he died.
Did you watch his shit before he died?
I watched him before he died a lot. After he died, not really. I find it kind of weird. I mean, I listen to a lot of Young Dolph and stuff, but I think just because he's good. But if someone's dead, it's a little uncomfortable.
I think Jeff Cavalier. I used to watch his stuff too. I used to do his ab workouts. He's pretty good. He's
very knowledgeable.
Yeah, he's like the intro guy for like if you're like just in the gym, maybe like 6-7 months, and you like want to follow someone and like have someone who could teach you the science and stuff. I think he's pretty good.
You remember Mike Chang?
Yes, I remember Mike Chang.
Like an Asian guy who just like bullshits on like everything.
4-minute ab workout.
And then like he made like a YouTube video saying
5-minute chest day.
and then he made like a YouTube video like and made like all the shit that he was saying on YouTube was like fake.
Guys, I have a confession.
Do you know Mike Chang?
Man, I'm actually really bad like following people. I follow what they do, but I don't follow like really the names or anything like that. So just like
He was the Asian guy who used to he didn't even have abs, and he'd be like 6. I mean, he kind of had abs, but
He was like a box figure.
yeah,
in a way.
Yeah, you know Mike Chang, right?
Yeah, he had a. I mean, don't get me wrong. He had a good physique.
He had a good physique.
And he looked knowledgeable, but now it kind of makes sense that he was on like roids.
Oh, he was on steroids?
Oh yeah, he was.
That was a confession. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It was, I mean,
Bro, he looked like shit for being on steroids then.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't know that. Is that what you're? I was like kind of like tuned out for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like I didn't really watch his videos for like just to kind of like learn from. I just watched it for like entertainment, just fun. Like I didn't really take.
They weren't bad workouts. I'll give them that. They really weren't.
I watched his videos when I didn't have time to like do a workout.
Yeah, they weren't bad, man. They really weren't. But
Yeah, they weren't too bad, but they were kind of like stretched. It was like 3-minute chest days.
and so those videos are like garbage, but like anything with like the weights, he would have you doing like a bunch of sets of like bench, you know. So
is there like a role model you guys looked up to like during like the time you started?
Myself. I'm just kidding. Mike.
That's a great role model. Like in general, like some people will look up like, for example, like Chris Bumstead, or they'll look at like David Lay, like those Gymshark kind of guys, or like.
You saying right now or like before?
And I guess like both. Before
right now, honestly, bro, because we're doing the triathlon. Nick Bear motivates the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Nick Bear.
Same.
You know who that is?
The name sounds familiar.
I've never heard that name.
I didn't know
the name,
about him
but-
until we did it. You want to tell him what he does, Mike?
So he's a guy that he was just like us, dedicated to the gym, lift training. I think he have done some CrossFit as well, but he just came to a point he just kind of like wanted to challenge himself and start like doing triathlon. He recently did like a 100-mile marathon type of thing. So it's kind of like becoming that hybrid athlete that we were talking about in the last podcast.
Yeah, but he's a beast. He's like
He's huge guy, man. If you see him, just like a bodybuilder.
Like he's got like, I mean, he's got like a nice physique. He's not like a skin. Like David Goggins is jacked, but you can see he's a little bit more
He's skinny. Yeah,
little skinny.
He's not lifting as much anymore.
But this guy's like fully jacked, and he's doing like you said, ultra marathons and shit. Which do you guys know what ultra marathons are?
Yeah,
over 100 miles.
Over 100 miles.
Oh, that's
running.
running. Yeah. How long does it take to finish that?
Like
Good 20 hours. No?
yeah, 20
Yeah,
hours.
hours.
I don't know what's the record.
Is it like consistently, like
that's not
nonstop?
a
Yeah,
nonstop.
nonstop,
Yeah, bro, it's crazy, right?
Has David Goggins ever done that or no?
Yeah, David Goggins.
Multiple times.
Yeah, a
That's
lot.
I thought he did.
Yeah, that's like they give. I think.
And I think he did one just like even without training and stuff. He just
Just did it.
No, I think the story is when he first got into it, he just went,
yeah,
you know, and like he
Like
had-
Forrest Gump, when he just runs. I just run.
You seen that movie before, Forrest Gump?
yeah.
I love
I've
that
never
movie.
seen that movie before.
You never seen that movie?
Never seen Forrest
Wow,
Gump?
it's a classic.
Oh my God, we're gonna have a movie night.
Really messed
We got the
up.
buffalo popcorn.
Like it's a good red pill movie, honestly.
Is it
Put
really?
some blue ice on that
Unfortunately,
popcorn.
Yeah,
I know he's like retarded, right?
and she don't treat him that well.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we can stand it. Even better.
Wait, he's not retarded, or he's retarded?
Kind of. Maybe.
he's not
He's I would,
he's not retarded, but he's not exactly. He's a little autistic. I'd
he's
say.
special.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
like, but he's so lovable and he's such a good person.
We
in the
both have
movie.
somebody in mind we could think of that fills that role.
Me.
No, but
Special needs.
I've never seen that movie before. What was I gonna say? But we were talking about Nick Bear is that guy for me. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I would say him or David Goggins for sure, man.
Just because I'm
Number
switching
one.
to like the
Yeah.
triathlon stuff right now, so like they're still like they still work out and shit, and that's the hardest thing with the training that we're trying to do is like sometimes hard to get lifting.
Yeah, like for me, I've been like very like open with like different styles of like training. Like lately, I've been like when I first did the academy, like I've been open more into like kind of like CrossFit like type workouts, but obviously like not like clean jerks or like heavy cleans. I mean, I can't even do that because of my herniations with my back, but like in general, just kind of like mixing it up with like bodybuilding and doing these kind of like circuit type workouts is just kind of like something I've been like trying to do because like in general, like right now, like with bodybuilding, it's not really like my interest because like, as of right now, I just want to like just look lean, like not stay huge.
Lawrence is not going to compete this year.
Oh no,
Breaking news.
I was never going to compete anyway because I never look good to begin with.
But
anyways, but just like a few people that I kind of like look into, like for example, like he's this like CrossFitter, like Dan Bailey. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
Daniel Lynn Bailey's husband?
No, a different one.
Okay.
But I know who you're talking about though.
Rob Bailey is his
Rob Bailey. But Dan Bailey, like, he's like a CrossFitter, but he's like also like jacked like CrossFitter. Like he does this thing called like clang bang, where it's kind of like rounds and rounds of like doing like weightlifting. Like for example, he'll do like it's like the one that I did in your garage one time. Like 6 chest fly, 6 press, and then like 50 like banded curls, 50 and then triceps, and like same with the shoulders. And it's kind of like going about around and around. So it's kind of like something that really gets your heart rate going, and it's something like different that I normally do because like if I do just standard like bodybuilding exercise, like 3 sets or 4 sets of 10.
Yeah, it gets boring.
It gets boring. Like sometimes I don't even break a sweat. Like
That's true.
Or it could be because I'm not raising the intensity enough, or I'm just being like a lazy like sack of shit. But in general, I just like to switch things up a bit and kind of like be open to more like different styles of like training.
Yeah, 100%. What about you, Chris?
So mine are a little bit more fitness related. One's Dr. Lane Norton. And if you follow that guy's story and you know nothing about working out, you will learn within like a month probably of his stories, like just the basics of fitness, diet, very like no BS, all facts, all university studies kind of guy. Second role model would be probably Rogan. I mean, just his statements
I agree with that.
recently. I mean, if you followed what he said during the pandemic, a lot of what he said was probably like the best action to go about as opposed to what they were saying about the pandemic per se. And like for a very popular TV show host to be more accurate than the U.S. government when it comes to, let's say, like what to do with it. I mean, John Hopkins just released a study of the pandemic that all the lockdowns are only like 0.02% effective in like preventing death. It's like insanity. So
Really?
just people who kind of
He doesn't trust the science, bro. No, I was just
yeah, that's what, I really don't. Bro.
Science, bro.
But that's what I'm trying to say is like
my
people.
religion.
Yeah, but I agree with you, Lawrence, because like we've been doing this whole same shit over and over again. So I've been trying to just get like one body part a week, or each body part one time a week, and then doing the triathlon training like for more of like that excitement. But I think I always like will do bodybuilding just as a baseline, but I don't know.
Especially like for the career I'm going into, like doing like firefighting, I really want to have like good endurance. That's like the main goal of mine.
Sure.
Especially when you get older, like doing bodybuilding, like lifting heavy is just like, I mean, it's good and everything, but it's like I just don't want to like my joints to kind of like get affected by it, like later on as I get older. That's why I like to go with like time under tension training too as well, like kind of like making the light weights feel like heavy weights. Because like your body doesn't know like how much you're lifting. It's like the intensity of like, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I was gonna ask Mike, what about you with your workouts? Like, I know you've been kind of slowing down because of triathlon, but you still think you'll do the bodybuilding training?
No, I think for sure. I mean, I feel like that's something that nobody should leave away just because he actually gonna build up like a pretty good baseline and you should maintain it. But yeah, I mean, I like what you said about like circuit training. I involved that with all my own workouts with my clients and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I think it's important to involve the weights in any kind of activity that you're doing.
Chris, you never give up bodybuilding though, right?
I'm still a bodybuilder, but that style of training Lawrence is talking about where you can do cardio, but at the same time we're also lifting weights.
Yeah.
We're doing metabolic conditioning, Metcon. Yeah. That's my favorite style of training. Honestly.
Yeah, me too.
I like that more even than like pure bodybuilding.
That's how we've been training. Like you especially, like that's how you've been like kind of like training lately. Like we did like 300 like rep like kettlebell workout.
Oh yeah, that was
like
insane.
something similar like that. So it's like kind of cool.
And that's the thing. I think when people like, I mean, when we say bodybuilding type of training, I'm just talking about generic, like going to the gym, hit everything once a week, and then leave type of thing.
Like the bro split.
Yeah.
Like, type.
I think like the more you do the gym, the more you'll find that to be a little bit boring, unless you're like a true bodybuilder.
Yeah, different approaches.
And then you just do something different. That's why I always did like try to do some boxing as we do boxing stuff.
Yeah.
And the triathlon. It's just a new thing to. But I think I'll always have like a baseline. Like I feel like if I don't train everything once a week at least hit something once a week, like even if it's just a little bit of arms, little shoulders, I feel like I'm missing something. That's just me.
Yeah, no, me too. You started just feeling weak.
Yeah, it's feeling. You know, I haven't trained my calves in so fucking long, but I like try to compensate, saying that I'm like the
so
running.
did I just trained calves like not so long ago, and it's like the worst like aches.
Yeah,
like,
I
I've
know.
ever felt.
Sorry, well, that sort is like I feel like it's the worst of them all.
So is this triathlon thing like you're like, because I know you have like a certain fitness goal like that you like to achieve like once a year, like last year like your powerlifting meet.
I think I'm gonna do it every year.
So it's like one. Is this like a thing for you now, kind of like in a way? Like,
I guess. Yeah, I guess so.
What would you want to do next year? CrossFitting?
No.
You haven't done the bodybuilding show, so
Yeah, I gotta say that one for last. Maybe amateur boxing match next year. No, I think next year. I think this year and next year
Jake Paul?
are gonna be. I think, but I don't know. I really like the triathlon stuff, so I'm gonna try to just knock out that Ironman next year because I know you want to do it next year.
Yeah, I want to do it next year.
I was just talking about that earlier with my buddy today, the Ironman. Like, how does it go again? Like the Ironman?
You want to explain, Mike?
I think it's 2 miles in the bike. So there are 3 events, right? Biking, swimming, biking, and running. I think the swim is specifically 2 miles, 120 miles on the bike, and going right away for a full marathon. Like 26 miles. It's a marathon.
It's 26, right?
To be exact, it's like 26.2.
Okay.
112.4, and then like 2.8 kilometers. These are those are miles. I'm sorry. Yeah.
So yeah, almost 3 miles in the swim. Ooh, yeah.
So this triathlon is like nothing compared to that.
No, this is like warm up.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
I mean, anyway, sounds like a lot to me just hearing it for the
Sounds
first
like
time.
fun.
And then hearing the Ironman, it's like, oh,
I know, but once you like, and this is with everything in life, but I'll make this more of like a more like fun podcast. I don't want to get like super deep, but like if you have an open mind going into it, like it's really not that bad. I sent Mike an article about some guy who had never trained a day in his life for a triathlon and was in decent shape, and he did an Ironman.
I think it's more just a mental challenge of
It
going
really
through
is.
all those hours, just going like non-stop and working out. Like, yeah,
it's all a mind game. Like it's
Yeah.
really all in your mindset, like how you think of it, how you're gonna approach it. Like if you have like the mentality, like, oh, this shit's gonna be like hard, like I can't do it, and like whatever you think is true.
yeah.
Pretty much.
100%.
So that's why I like it's good like to have like an open mindset and like
That's
being
basically
positive.
basically what I'm going for. Just like the mental challenge, just putting just as a goal.
This is your first time doing it too?
Yeah, it's gonna be my first time doing it.
Who decided to do it first, you or Matt? Is it kinda
I
like
wanted to
together?
do a marathon this
He
year, but
wanted to do a marathon.
I think he's been doing training for
It's always one of my goals. Complete an Ironman, just like one of my life goals. I have like a list of things that I want to complete, and it just that's what's one. Like
That's good. You have
doing
like a
an
list
Ironman.
of like what you want to accomplish.
Yep.
Yeah, I think. I mean, if you guys are more than welcome to join in, I want to try to drag Chris into it too. But, yeah, it's hard, but it's not impossible. That's the thing. But if you think about it, like it is pretty fucking hard. Ironman is pretty fucking hard. It's like
I can see why you call it Ironman.
yeah. But you
a
got to
real
think
Ironman,
about it.
like,
Like there are guys that do like I think the 100-mile marathons are a lot harder than the Ironman.
That's part of also the list. So
Yeah,
it's gonna come in any moment.
That's like that to me. That's still like seems like a lot. But I mean, for the guys who do it, they're just like, yeah, it's hard, but you know, you get it done.
Yeah.
You know, so eventually you get shit done. But
How long does it take to complete the Ironman?
you get like you get 17 hours. So as long as you can complete it in 17 hours, it doesn't.
So
I
that's
think
the time.
average time is like 10 hours, 12, 11 hours maybe. Because you got to think like the swim will probably take an average person who's trained for it like
3-4 hours.
I was gonna say 2 hours.
2 hours? Oh well, people actually
The
training
swim?
for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's 2 mile swim, you said, right?
a normal
Almost
human
three.
human being probably won't be able to do a 2-mile swim. They probably drown.
Yeah.
I would assume, right?
It's in the
for
ocean
man.
too.
Yeah.
The
No,
Ironman,
it's
like
in,
the
in the middle of
swimming.
the ocean, open
In the ocean.
Wow.
Yeah, but I mean, that is probably 2 hours. The bike's like 5 or 6 hours. The marathon's probably another 3 or 4 hours. So you're just thinking like at least 11, 12 hours.
When is it? You guys are doing this? April?
The Ironman?
No, the triathlon. yeah, the Ironman.
And maybe April 2024.
Yeah.
No, the triathlon is in March 6th.
March 6th.
Yeah.
March 6th?
Oh, you want to do it? I mean, you still have time, bro.
They're still open.
Yeah,
Yeah, you still have time. You want to try?
thinking about it.
Yeah, think about it, because it's not. I mean, the run's really not that bad. It's only a 6-mile run.
not bad at all.
The bike is 25-mile bike. It sounds like a lot, but it's really
No,
not.
and
The only
actually,
thing for me, I
I
would
think
do
there is
the
a
shred
short one that same day. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you could do
you
the
can do a
pussy
little-
one if you want. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god, even better. It works for me.
No, we say that, but the fucking Ironman guys are looking at us like these fucking this guy can't even swim a mile. But no, there's like a sprint, which you wanted to do a sprint, but I was like, sprint's a little bit too easy.
Yeah.
Not saying it's easy, but it's
The only thing I would really want to work on is like my swimming.
yeah, that's the thing. That's the
'Cause I don't
hardest
swim
part
as
for me.
much. Like the only thing I like, the tips I took on is the one I told you with this one other guy from LA Fitness. It's the way how he swims. It's kind of like when you're like put your hands in water, kind of like you're like scooping
Scooping
it
it
up.
back, yeah.
well, it's always like in LA Fitness, all the guys
And,
trying to give instructions and stuff. Give some tips.
He said he used to be like a competitive swimmer, so I was like, oh, okay.
We had
You tell me everything, I'll believe you.
But Felixing on everything. Like,
We had-
you always gotta see him like.
We had some dude. I mean, but dude, this guy that was swimming, bro. Like I
he was
respected him.
swimming a lot, yeah.
He was swimming. He swam for like an hour, dude, and he didn't break rhythm once.
Really?
He literally was swimming. He was really fat. He was fucking huge, bro. He was a big dude. He's big belly, but he got in the pool and he was fucking boom, boom, breathe.
Consistent, yeah.
Consistent, not like some people might get tired and like break the rhythm. This guy was 100% on his shit, and he was telling us about some shit in Italy, and then I didn't even fucking ask him, but he was just telling me a bunch of shit about. He basically said, if you want to get better at swimming, you just got to keep swimming more. So
That's what it is, like repetitive, like practice. You just get better at it, like eventually.
Chris, you swim, right? Or you used to swim, right?
I will say I don't think swimming endurance goes away so easily as opposed to other types of endurance, because at least I hear similar stories and I've seen it with my own eyes. I have friends who are a little bit more on the tubby side, but you put them in the water, they're a fucking whale, bro. Like, they're good to go, man. They're not tired. They're good. They're fast too.
All right. We're going to take a mid podcast shot. So, cheers.
Cheers, guys. It's just water.
Yummy.
Hold on.
Anyways, what were we talking about before?
What's your zodiac sign?
No, not the.
What is your sign, man?
What is your moon?
I'm a Pisces. Mike believes in it though. Mike,
You're a Pisces.
Mike, explain to them. Mike believes in it.
It's not like I was explaining to Mike. It's not like a prayer. I pray into that, but it's just like. So I usually go like once a year with a guy that kind of like reads my zodiac chart, like what's expected from the year, and then that guy had just been on point on everything that he just said.
Really?
Everything, man.
You believe in it, Chris, or no?
So I used to date this girl, and like she was used to like that. Like people would like want to pay her for fortunes, bro.
Oh, for real? She actually did the
Dude,
consultation?
she was legit, man. She was legit. But the point is, do I know if these people really are talking to spirits and stuff and know what they're talking about? I have no clue. I don't know. But I can tell you this. I mean, the whole Zodiac thing, at the very least, is a nice conversation starter with girls. Like, I hate to say it, but like, I've always found it convenient when they seem so excited about this star chart. I'm like, yeah, it's awesome.
Oh my God, you're a Gemini?
What's your zodiac sign, Chris? I don't know. Whichever one lines up with you.
I'm a Leo.
Leo. What about you? You believe in it, Lawrence?
Like yes and no. Like when they kind of like when I would kind of like read about it, I'm like, oh, it's kind of similar. But like, there's like some stuff in mine that like I don't think like I kind of like fit in with. Like I'm a Gemini, and they said they're like two-faced
And crazy.
You are two-faced.
a little crazy, but no.
No,
Like I don't.
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry to my Gemini friends. A little
You
bit.
know how that makes me feel. I'm not mad. I just think it's funny how like.
Yeah, no, I was telling Mike, like, I don't discredit anything because, like, when you think about, like, the Bible and shit like that, and I believe in Christ, it's kind of, some of the stories are kind of
I
ridiculous.
wonder how
too.
like this all started though.
So,
Well, let me ask you.
Yeah, there must be something behind it.
Do you
know?
believe things happen for a reason?
yeah.
They don't happen for
Oh
a
yeah,
reason,
100%.
Then why don't, this person's born on this date and time, they're more likely to be this way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see how it, I mean, there's, like I was telling Mike, there's a reason why things are the way they are. It's not like
What's your sign?
Pisces?
I don't know anything about these signs.
No, neither do I.
I usually, so I know, I've studied quite a bit from this person I told you about, but
That your ex-girlfriend, you said?
yeah,
Further ex?
very, very.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't even know her name.
I believe that.
But that's the thing, right? Like, it's. I've always found the Leo description for me to be pretty accurate. I've always been very talkative and like social, and to the point where it's a little bit annoying.
Is that what a Leo
but
is?
I would say definitely more gregarious, definitely more social.
Yeah, man, I would say I have some other friends that are Leo, bro. It's just
It's
like you,
it's
man.
similar, yeah. And other Leos I've met, they're exactly the same,
Yeah.
bro.
So Mike, you know any Pisces?
I know some Pisces. I actually got my ex was Pisces.
What did they say about Pisces?
I don't know. I think it's like, I don't know. I have no idea. Do you know what Pisces? You must know.
Yeah,
he knows.
no,
He
I think
knows.
it's just like very creative people, very sentimental as well, emotional.
Is there like a zodiac animal? What's yours? Water buffalo?
No, a fish.
A fish, yeah. A fish.
Taurus would be
Oh, you love
closest.
fishing.
A Taurus would be a buffalo. Who's a Taurus? You're Gemini. No, you're Gemini.
Yeah, is that what it does?
You're what? You're
Aries.
Aries. You're what?
Aries, Leo.
Leo. Yeah, I don't know shit about
So
this.
Leo, Aries, Pisces. Pisces.
Yeah.
There you go.
But
Watch like the women watching this, like these dumbasses don't know what they're talking about.
He's a Gemini.
yeah, I don't know. Like I said, there's so many wacky stuff and like I guess history and stuff like that. What are you gonna believe? There's a reason why people believe in them. Is probably somewhat true. I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
And that's what I was telling Mike. Like there's certain things about people that are just true, and they're like stereotypes exist for a reason. Not all of them, but like some of them do. Like like Asian guys got small dicks, right, Lawrence? No, I'm just kidding. I'm only 1/4 Asian, so I'm only 1/4.
2 inches.
But I was telling Mike that. Yeah, I was telling Mike that like Asians are smart. No one would say that unless Asians were actually fucking smart.
Yeah, not me. I'm fucking stupid.
Asians are good at math.
I'm literally a fucking dumbass. Like, I forgot to do.
I mean real Asians, like Chinese people. Like Vietnamese people are dumb too. Not dumb, but they're not as smart as, you know, typical Asians. But I'm talking about like Chinese.
You're pretty smart though.
Not as smart as my counterparts. But like, you know, are you not good at math?
I haven't done math in so long. You asked me to divide right now, I probably would get that wrong.
But like, I mean, there's, like I said, obviously not all true, but like, if you know a Chinese kid, you're gonna say he's good at math or he's bad at math?
I'm gonna say he's good.
Good at math, right? Exactly. So it's like a stereotype that exists. And
if they have like a bowl cut, they're definitely good at math. It's always like a certain haircut.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, honestly, the worse their appearance is, the more likely they are to be good at math.
Yeah,
I could believe that.
The worse they appear, like
The worst.
but there's just like stereotypes for a reason, and some of them are fucked up, obviously, and they're not true. But like, just like, you know, the horoscope stuff exists because there has to be some sort of like truth to it. So you know, that's why the Bible exists, and it could all be fucking bullshit. We don't know, but you just have faith in something exists, and that's what me and Mike were talking about. It's just like, some people might call people that believe in those horoscope shit like batshit crazy. 'Cause some of them are, but
you know anyone who believes in Greek mythology?
What?
You know anyone that believes in
No, but like that's not too far off from like some of the Bible stories. Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Jesus.
God of War is based on a true story. That video game.
I mean, it could be, right? I mean, I don't know. Like, if you say Zeus, you don't think so? Oh, they just never.
That's just a video game.
But like, you know, they drew. I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Like, they used to draw like dragons and shit like that on paintings and stuff, and like these crazy figures. Like, where do they get these ideas from?
They're for sure. There is some truth behind everything, man.
There's
we're not living now, but it's just
there's some cave paintings you can see.
Yeah.
And like you can clearly see, like, all right, this is an ox. They saw an ox. They drew the ox, right? There are some things you see it, it's an alien, and you look at it, and you're like, why did they draw this weird thing, right? They must have seen it, you know? So I will say this. I think there's definitely things that we just don't know. And honestly, a lot of things didn't really pass down from us from whatever history we came from, you know?
Yeah, unless somebody's just trying to control us and putting some
weird
shit in
I do have a lot of interest in like Greek mythology. I think it's interesting to me.
It is pretty interesting.
It is really cool.
I mean, but like, Lawrence, you still practice Catholicism or not really?
I still practice what?
Like, you Catholic? You still Catholic? You would say, or not? Not really. Like,
I mean, yeah, but like I haven't, like the furthest I've ever done is like get confirmed.
But like, you haven't been to church in a while.
No, like mostly because like I've been like busy with like a whole bunch of like other stuff.
No, I mean that's fair. But what I'm trying to say is like some of the Catholic, I mean, the guys dress up in like a robe. They like, you know, wear these, you know, these traditional things, and the stories are crazy. And
confirmed,
huh?
I think that's all I wore. You got confirmed, right?
Of course.
But like you
never showed up to like confirmation.
I never did.
I remember Chris would, like when I would go, like Chris would never be there, and then like I remember he would tell me like some of the kids like in his table like, why are you getting confirmed? You were never here. Just like
I remember the conversations with my dad where we'd be kind of out of access for my mom seeing us and be like, all right, what are we gonna do now? Like, we're going to Bible study, and then sometimes my dad would be like, I'm kind of hungry. And then we'd go eat, and they're like, all right, you better tell your mom we're at Bible study.
that's something your dad would do, though. I believe that.
But like, I mean, some of the stories in the Bible, like I was saying, like, though I'm a believer, they sound like Greek mythology, so you can't really, you know, I don't know. That's just my.
I just love like the backstory, like Zeus is like the god. Who is he? The god of what?
Thunder, lightning,
Thor
storms,
is the god of lightning. Like Poseidon's like the god of sea. Hades like the god of like
underworld.
Underworld.
Man, I just actually believe that all the religions are just like very similar. That I don't see the point of discussion. Like all the like which one is real, which one is not. It's just like for me, the main story is like very similar.
If you compare the similarities in religions, you would probably think that they're
all the same.
Well, yeah, I mean. There's different variations, and obviously as time passes, there's inspirations behind every idea. The flood comes, you could probably find a flood myth in like Sumer, you know, from Mesopotamia. That's probably how far back you could find the idea of that, you know, so.
Everyone has their like different beliefs with like everything.
Yeah, and that's why I don't really discredit anyone's religion any more like real than, you know, I believe what I believe, and if you believe something else, it's your shit. It's all kind of wacky at the end of the day. But you know, other than that,
Yeah, you believe what you believe in.
yeah.
We're not gonna like put you down for that.
Well, yeah, some people try to argue about like their religion's better than others, and I'm just like, I believe what I believe, and that's it. And it's the same thing in the gym too. Like when people talk about like certain ways of training is like the only way to get in shape, and they like preach it like it's the only way.
Noise?
Huh?
Certain noises?
No, certain like some people say like you have to do it this way or you'll never.
Yeah,
you
like
know what I'm
CrossFit is
saying?
better than just like weightlifting.
Yeah,
in general.
bodybuilding is the only way. You need to power lift. Like there's no reason to do accessories and shit. Like there's just stupid shit that people talk about.
Or diets. People do say that.
Yeah.
Diet
I mean,
diets too.
what works for you doesn't mean it's gonna work the same for everyone.
It's the same thing
else.
with religion too. It's the same shit. Yeah, 100%.
Everyone's different.
Yeah, but
What's a good comparison? How you like went from the gym? Like,
what?
all this.
Oh
What's a
yeah,
good comparison?
I'm doing too many podcasts. But let me ask you guys a kind of different question.
Yeah.
What about aliens and stuff? You believe in that stuff?
I think, yeah, I would believe in I believe that we're not the only like people like in this like universe or like life forms. I feel like if you look in like other planets, like who knows, like we don't know, like we never even like looked at like what's like deeper like inside the planets. I mean like Mars, like I don't know how much of Mars they've like really explored, or like there's like other like different planets out there. Like it's a huge universe. Like you never know. I'm saying, like, why would we be the only ones?
Yeah, well,
What about you? What about you, Mike? What do you think?
no, I just think the same. Like it's just very naive to think that we are the only ones. Like I mean, why?
I have a cool story that
There must
in
be something
Ocala.
for sure.
Yeah, like so this happened back in 2010. So like me and my buddy Alex, like we went to Ocala. This kind of like look for like animals at night, whatever. It was like in December. And it was me, Alex, and his dad. And then we see like a huge bright red light, like in the sky. And there was like two of them, and they were kind of like flying next to each other. And then one will go like somewhere else, and the one will go the opposite. And then they eventually kind of like come together. It was like they were like it's like cat and mouse, like they were like chasing each other for like a bit. And all of a sudden, like when they come together, a huge like bright red like flash, and then it just all disappeared. Like we didn't know what it was. But it was just kind of like...
I've seen crazy shit like that. You seen crazy shit like that, Chris, before?
I think I've seen objects in the sky that I can't really explain. And like, I mean, especially growing up around here, we know what an airplane sounds like. I mean, all of them fly over all the time. But I've seen things and I'm just like, yo, that's not a plane. There's no way. Like you literally, I've seen a craft go in the sky and it's like kind of chilling. And then all of a sudden... Pew, like you just see it go off and like it's almost like your eye can't comprehend how fast it went. That's how I can explain it. They just like what?
You guys ever seen a shooting star?
Yeah, I've seen a shooting star
I've
before.
seen it before.
I've seen some weird shit like you, Lawrence, like things you can't really explain, and then people try to like play it off like, oh, it's probably like air-based testing or some shit like that. It could be. What about you, Mike? You ever see some crazy shit like that?
Man, not that I remember for sure shooting stars, but
No, I meant like alien type of things. I've seen a couple.
maybe a couple things. I'll just as Chris said, like things moving weird on the sky that I don't really know. So then they just start like.
You believe in aliens or no?
I think so, man. I think we're not the only ones here in this universe. I mean, it's really huge. I wouldn't expect that we are the only ones.
A good explanation could be that they're in a different dimension and they just have access to technology.
We just need Doctor Strange.
Go to a different dimension. Because right now, what's happening is that there's a speed of light limit. Right? Like, we only know of a speed that is the speed of light being the fastest. I mean, sure, there's wormholes, maybe, in theory, that kind of let you cross space. But if, let's say...
I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
Maybe I'm talking about being in space is guts or
No,
something.
but you can say it.
What I'm trying to say is that right now, with what we know about physics, aliens probably can't visit us. Like, they would have to...
Okay, so
wait in a pod thousands of years before they see us. I mean, how many
creatures get in line to visit Earth?
Like, how many creatures can really want to live that long just to visit another species? I mean, you know, speed of light only goes so.
I think aliens already exist on this planet. I just don't think we know where they are. I believe in I don't believe in the flat Earth. I don't believe in
illegal aliens.
I don't believe in flat Earth, but I believe that there's shit that we haven't seen that's
They probably have tech that can just disguise themselves. I mean, I've seen stuff where a guy literally he pulls his face and then he's wearing a mask. That could have been a person, right? But it's just
But like we haven't even explored like the bottom of the ocean yet and all that stuff. There's just so much land on this
I think
planet.
the Earth is more hollow than people are saying. I'm not saying hollow, but I think there's pockets underground, more underground caverns than we're talking about. And like, first off, I know this for sure. The elite definitely have fucking bunkers, and if shit goes south, they know which bunkers they're going to, and there's probably food for fucking like 10 years down there, and they're not even telling anyone. Other than that, I mean, there's probably other communities around the world that are just underground and you just don't know about it. You know, at the very least, militaries.
I mean, in like Africa, up until like a couple of years ago, I think every couple of years they find like people they've never even seen before too. Have you guys heard of those before? Like the tribes that have never like seen humans before, and
That's
they don't.
crazy.
They don't
Have you
let them
seen the
come in.
movie Green Inferno?
No, I haven't. Is that about that?
Oh my gosh.
What is that about? What is that?
It's kind of like similar, but like these people have never like seen like other people like in the outside world, like I say outside world, like in cities or like you said, like
People
they're
like
like
that
in a
exist.
tribe.
People like that exist
Yeah.
though. You know that, right?
Cannibals.
And then like these like college students, like I think their plane crashed within like their like territory, and they literally just fucking like gut each and every one of them, eat them, like they skin them alive, like they cut their limbs off, scoop their eyeballs. It's very disgusting and like very gore.
So I actually convinced like 4 other people that can watch this movie when it came out, and they kind of all hated me after. You know,
Were you the one who convinced
I don't
me?
even think I'm really friends with a lot of them anymore. But
That sounds
anyway,
like a
I still
human-
convinced you guys to see it,
Seems
so
like
I
a
won.
Human
but-
Centipede type of movie. You ever see that movie? Human
Centipede. Oh, yeah.
That movie's fucked up, dude.
I did like fucking like 4 movies out of
Human
that.
Centipede is a fucking weird movie.
This
We should
movie's
do that.
similar. Green Inferno is like, I can't recommend it to someone under the emotional age of like 21. Like, it's a very.
You ever see the movie Human Centipede, Mike?
Man, no.
The movie's fucking weird, bro.
We should
I've
do that.
never watched
No,
it.
the movie's fucked up.
That'd
The
be the
second one's fucked up too. I've never seen the second one, but I've seen clips of it. Have you seen the second Human Centipede?
No.
That movie's fucking
I know the
scary.
basic idea behind it, and it's pretty dang insane. I mean, wow.
Have you seen them?
Yeah, no, I've seen clips of it. I've never seen the full movie. Like, it's like, how do you like? Who comes up with this idea?
No, I don't know.
Brings it to actual real life, and they allow it, and then
Yeah, some fucking. You know
They
what?
make
You know
4
what? You know the
movies out
idea
of
of
it.
it?
No, man.
I don't know if
It's
it's
about
four
like this guy, crazy scientist, basically cutting people's mouths and putting it on someone else's ass so they can make a fucking centipede.
What?
Bro, it's a real
They
movie.
live-
you
they
shit,
live that way.
it
Yeah.
goes to the other person's mouth, and then they like it passes on.
How that even comes some like as a
This
movie,
one's
man?
mine,
Like,
bro.
what? And there is a second part.
There's 3 of them.
3 parts.
Oh, there's 3 movies.
Yeah, that's why. Whoever.
What is it? The worm just keep runs.
He must have been like when he brought it back to his
Good
family, like,
mark.
wow, they let my horror movie, did it?
I think the first one I watched a long time ago. I was like a kid, and they fucking made me watch it when I was. It was
Who made
weird.
you watch it?
My cousins, they always watching the movie, and I watched it. It was scary as shit. But the second one, I've seen clips. I've never watched the second one all the way through, but it's like about some dude who watched the first movie, so he wants to do it himself. He's like a weird dude, and it's all black and white. That one,
Shit.
yeah, it's it was
Do you think
weird.
that could be happening in real life?
Probably, bro. They probably do
Yeah,
some.
that's crazy.
out.
I mean, and that's
Or what about like Squid Games type of thing?
Human
shit.
sacrifice is real. If you're lucky,
Yeah, no,
if you're
for sure.
if you're lucky, it's as soft as Squid Game.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's probably really like fucked up.
I mean,
Like,
no,
they're probably running in forests and they have bows. Like,
Or even like the
like,
Saw movies.
Yeah.
Let's play a game.
Have you seen Saw?
Yeah, I have seen that.
I've
I like-
never seen Saw. I was too scared to watch Saw.
I would say something
It's-
similar to Squid movie, but just like more.
It's more like an R version of Squid Games. Squid
Yeah.
Games is like a PG-13 type.
Yeah, exactly.
You watch Squid Game?
I watch Squid Game.
You watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You watch it? I never finished the whole thing. I watched like some YouTube videos
It's just
about
very
it.
bizarre, man.
I just started
Like,
watching.
you think about it, like it could be real. Just
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there is. I mean, there's always like those stories about like people getting freed from like some random dude's house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like after 20 years, like 3 girls run out and find someone to help them.
You ever done those escape rooms?
Yeah, I never
Never seen
saw
a movie Escape Room?
Uh-uh.
You seen it, right? No.
we watched it.
First and second.
Not the second one, maybe.
I watched the second one, but those movies I kind of like those movies. It's kind of like the PG version of like Saw and like Squid Games in a way, because it's like
They
a
don't
life or
die?
death situation.
They don't die or they die.
Oh yeah, you die.
Oh, but it's not as brutal. Because Squid Game, they just shot people, right?
yeah, they just saw
Depending on what like game or like what the next like what do you call that like what do you call that what do you call it when you play an escape room, like what do you call it, you're trying to solve like the like a riddle or something, like not a riddle but like
Yeah, find the exit, just like escape.
Like a puzzle. Like a puzzle.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. Like if you don't figure out the puzzle within like a certain time limit,
you die.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't really like horror movies, to be honest. I don't know what you guys.
I said riddle.
Yeah, I like more like detective style movies and shit like that. And,
I know Spider-Man movies.
yeah, Spider-Man movies are pretty good. But
I love a lot of time. I'm a movie fanatic.
yeah,
I would say like I love zombie movies. Like I love like all horror movies, all action, all comedy.
so horror to me is just too. I don't know. Sometimes it's just too much. Not that it's scary. It's just
I'm picky
yeah.
with what I like to watch.
What about you, Chris? What kind of movies you like to watch?
I'm liking crime lately.
Crime. Yeah, I like crime movies. I like more like philosophical, like
Kind of makes me rethink
Like
my whole
drama
life, you know? Kind of like,
crime.
I could have been trapping since I was like 13 and
I never watched.
probably
movies for
woke
that.
up with like 10 naked girls and like 5 lions in the bed. I don't know. Like, it's just crazy fantasies of like life. Like, wow, I could be like that guy.
you like what type of movies you like, Mike?
Man, I would say just comedies.
Comedies.
Really
I like
fan of
comedies too.
The Marvel series, the MCU.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I like comedies too because like life's already too fucking
Yeah,
sad and
that's
shit.
just a story about, yeah. I agree with you, bro. I don't really like horror movies.
I'm not like-
It never makes sense to
Some
watch,
people
you know.
watch the horror movies so that way when they go watch their normal life, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
this is not
It's
bad.
not too bad.
Oh, well.
It makes you
Yeah,
appreciate
That's a good
it little
approach.
bit.
I used to hate watching horror movies when I was like young because my dad would love to watch it, and if I did watch it, like I have to watch like SpongeBob or something.
After. Yeah, no, I used to be scared of horror movies too, and then I saw Insidious, the one with the little boy dancing.
Oh,
It scared the shit out of me for like
Tiptoe.
that.
I like the Insidious movies, like the Insidious series, the Conjuring series.
Like I like those
I like
better
those.
than like the fucking like clown movies where it's just like murder and like.
I like
fake blood.
it. It was pretty good.
Yeah, but it's not like it was kind of stupid at the end, to be honest, though, with the whole like fuck. I don't know. I just don't like anything that's blown out of proportion. But then I like Marvel movies, so I don't. It doesn't make much sense.
And I love like watching like some of like the serial killers, you know, like Freddy, Michael Myers, Jason. What else?
Yeah.
Kind of like the original, like kind of like classic type movies. It was like
Yeah, I
Texas
watched the new
Chainsaw.
Michael Myers, it wasn't too bad.
no, that was based on like the original, like Michael Myers, like the old ones, like back.
So you used to be scared of scary movies or no?
Depends which kind. Like the demon types. I remember I watched this one movie when I was 8 years old called Amityville Horror, and it's with why did I forget his name? The guy who played Deadpool?
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. He was the main character. I just noticed this like when I kind of like looked back at it, and I forgot like how it went. And there's like certain scenes where this mom would kind of like read through the story to kind of find like the history of this house. And then she would find like this lair, and then the way how these people were kind of like trapped with like in like kind of like held hostage, like hanging from hooks and stuff like that. Like the images, like kind of like how they kind of like portrayed it, kind of like got stuck in my head. I remember I was like sleeping in my room and I was kind of scared. I started crying, so I had to sleep in my sister's room.
You used to be scared of scary movies, Mike?
Yeah, man, I've never watched them, bro.
You never watched a horror movie before?
Man.
Oh,
I mean,
fuck.
just a couple for sure, but it's just like
I still get
Steven
scared.
that
Tyler.
never
Now.
makes sense to me.
I still get scared of him now. I get scared easily. I'll go just to
Yeah.
fucking hide for fun.
Oh, you said no. Once I got over the fear, I never really doesn't really scare me anymore. What about you, Chris? You used to be scared of shit like that? I was traumatized. Though.
I used to be
when
scared.
I was a kid.
I mean, if I'm watching other people, it's like fun. It's like, oh, we're all getting scared.
I mean, I wouldn't watch
Yeah.
a horror movie together. It's a fucking. It's kind of fucking weird. Like and on purpose to like scare myself, you know. But no, when I was younger, they like locked me in a room. My cousins, the fucking same ones that made me watch Human Centipede, and they put me with that clown movie.
It.
Not it. It was another one. It was like a killer clown movie, and then like fucking. For
Do you
like
hate clowns?
What?
You hate clowns?
I used to.
You love them now?
I don't love them, but I used to be scared of them. When I mean, there's just shit that you're scared of when you're a kid.
Yeah.
And then eventually you watch it, like this. It's ridiculous. Like the same thing with like Fright Nights and shit like that. Have you ever been to Fright Nights before?
I haven't been since like 2012.
no, actually,
You've been to Fright Nights?
I went to Horror Nights for the first time.
Are you scared of that stuff or no?
No. If anything, it's just more fun. Like
Yeah.
some like little jump scares will like get me here and there, but like
You scared of that stuff, Chris?
I find that shit scary.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think especially with the horror nights. I mean, gosh, one time I like took an edible for the first
Oh
time.
my god! dude. Oh my
I
god! I
went
would
to
Oh,
fucking
no,
horror
you took it to
nights.
an older
I
level.
would have died, bro.
I was scared, man.
you go through the fucking Fright Nights.
I
Oh
really,
my God,
honestly,
dude.
like, So I had already kind of taken it before I walked in because we drove, and like I remember they had such good smog machines that like you were in an open space and it looked beautiful, but it also looked scary. So like the thing is, you really felt like you just walked into hell basically, and like I have to say, like they had really good actors and stuff. I mean, oh my gosh,
The strobe lights would get me sometimes. You remember that?
No.
You go into like a haunted house, so like it's kind of like you're like moving like slow motion in a way.
Oh, and then they like come up.
Yeah,
Dude, that's crazy, bro.
Horror Nights is truly fun. It's like anyone I think can kind of enjoy it, especially if you just walk through the house and just look. Don't try to run through it and get scared. Like just you're there to be scared.
Have you ever been to something like that before, Mike?
Yeah, some horror houses. Yeah, but I don't find that scary.
No, me neither. I never.
They can barely touch you. They don't touch you or anything
Horror
like that.
Nights,
So
like,
it's just like
I heard, because this is my first time going. Like I heard they were able like to touch you, but with the
yeah?
whole COVID going on, like when I went, they have like little like covers where they like, go up and scare you, but like they can't touch you.
Fucking scary with a mask on.
Sometimes they can touch you. Like I think a couple.
I thought it was illegal for them to touch you.
yeah.
Friday nights
I
you
think
can't
so.
touch them. Horror Nights I think is a different story.
Well, you know what did it for me is because Chris Trevino worked at Fright Nights. You don't know who Chris is, but you guys know Chris Trevino.
Yeah.
And like I realized it was just random people fucking. It's like
Was he like an actor?
Yeah, he was an actor. He was an actor, so I realized I was like, it's not that scary.
Yeah,
You know
like
what's
I thought about doing that,
Really?
but I was like, no, I don't know if I want to do it.
You
or
know
not.
what's scarier than that shit? Like real life, like actually having real life problems is scarier than like horror shit. So
yeah.
you learn pretty quick.
Yeah.
You guys believe in like paranormal, like shit,
I don't know.
like ghosts or anything like that?
Not really.
No.
I do, but not really. What about you, Mike?
Nah, not really, bro. I mean, if
Yeah, if they exist,
if
like
I find
whatever.
myself in the fucking just like forest and shit, like I'm gonna be.
I would like
fucking
to see
scared,
like.
but,
I had a couple of similar experiences that happened.
Like paranormal experience. I had one when I was younger. It scared the shit out of me.
I had a couple actually. So this is after my grandpa died back in like 2012, and the first night, because like after he died, we did like a little like prayer thing like for 30 days, and one of the nights I was the last one to go to sleep. Everyone was already going to bed. My mom told me to turn the light off, like the candle, and before I go to bed. And then I did it when I blew it out. Like everyone was already dead asleep, and that was like around like midnight or so. And then I think I woke up. I went to bed. I woke up because I think I wanted to get water or something. And then I looked in the living room. Like the fire was like the candle was like lit, and I was confused for a second. I was like, I literally blew this out. And then when I tried to blow it out like again, like it was like I had to use like full force like blow to blow this out. Like it didn't want to go out. Eventually it did. I was just kind of weird because like no, who's gonna light this up? Like everyone was already sleeping. Yeah. And another one was, I think it was me, my buddy Alex, and my grandma. We were in the kitchen, and then it was just us three alone. And then the bathroom door just kind of like closed shut, like a slam. Like it wasn't like a wind or anything. And I just looked at my buddy, and we were just looking back at each other. And then I heard my grandma, she was washing dishes. She was like, "Bah," because that's what she used to call him. So I was like, it's kind of weird. I mean, I just brushed it off, but like that's like the two similar things I could kind of like say about it.
You ever have something like that happen to you, Chris?
Yeah, Alex's house.
So I'll give to. I used to have a housekeeper, Carmen. God bless her soul. She's not with us no more. She's really cool. She used to see a lot of things when we were younger, and she's a pretty mentally sane person. And when I'm talking about her right now, in the past, she would say things like, "Oh, I saw these shadows moving around the house and stuff like that," and whatever. Or one time, I remember the house was quiet. She was asleep. My younger brother was asleep, but it didn't exactly feel right. Like I felt kind of weird. I kind of look in a hallway, and there's a shadow. And this shadow, and I shit you not, that, just wings. You know what I mean? And then I was just like, what the fuck is going on? And like, I just zip off. I would say another story would be one time someone died right near our house. Like they just, basically a car accident or something, they hit a tree. Dead.
Outside of Versailles?
No, outside of Corsica, actually.
Oh.
So Carmen said a prayer for her, or whoever died in that. And the next night, she told us that she had a dream or whatever, but apparently these people like said thank you or something, but she saw their face. But I've heard like all those stories like my whole life from, let's say, Carmen, like, oh, like these people, the experience I'm talking about with Alex's house. So one time I was in Alex's house, right? And they never talked to me about ghosts or anything like that beforehand. And before I slept.
Why is he like super paranormal activity type of person?
Not really. I mean, like they do believe in it, but they're not like.
Gotcha.
I'll tell you what, they didn't tell me nothing. So we sleep over, right? Me and our friend Stovall. And the TV is like static, right? So there's static kind of giving the room light. I can't sleep. Like literally just cannot. Everything I'm trying just can't make it happen, right? And like I felt like that for a while, and I didn't go to sleep until like the sun came up. I didn't feel comfortable until the sun came up. But that whole night I kind of just felt like I was being watched. And it was cold in the room too. It was weird. So later that day or later the next day, they're talking about it like, oh, I think, was it you or someone else was talking about how like, oh yeah, there's a ghost in this house, this and that, right? And then I was like, that explains a lot. Because I really felt like my body, like I can't even explain it. It's not the same as if you see an animal and like you know the animal can kill you. It's like your body just knows something's out of whack, like something's there, and you kind of can just sense it. You're like, what is going on? You know.
Mike, what about you, bro? Anything like that ever happened to you?
No, man. that's why I don't really.
We should
do
all
that
We
shit.
should all go to a graveyard.
Oh, fuck that.
Fuck,
No.
no.
There's a
I respect
Saint Augustine.
it.
It's
I
like
don't
one
really
of them
believe
has
it's
like a
just
lot
like
of like scary places that they give like tours about.
If they exist, bro, that's cool, but just don't fuck with me.
Yeah,
like, I don't
exactly.
go fuck. If they exist, like, go fuck with some other people that believe
One
in.
time, my friend, he took me to this tree, right? Big tree in this town called Ocoee. Ocoee's well known for slave massacre.
Ocoee?
Yeah. So I touched this tree, right? And we hang out a little bit under the tree for a little bit and talk about life and whatnot. We're driving off later, and he was like, remember when you told me you like creepy places? He was like, they hung a bunch of people on that tree I made you touch. I was like, what?
That's
But
fucked
I was-
up.
it
In
was-
Florida?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I was like,
Where's this at?
this was in Orlando. And I was like, dang, bro.
No, see, like, for me, bro, like, I'm sorry if you guys like this stuff, but, like, that just seemed like stupid. Like, I would never go to a cemetery and
Yeah.
purposely fuck with spirits for the
Just
thrill of
looking
it.
for trouble,
I just looking for trouble. Just like, fuck that. You guys, the only time I've ever seen a spirit was the one time I was sleeping on my couch and I could have swore I heard an old lady walk through my kitchen and it scared the shit out of me, bro. I was like probably 17 years old.
What it
And
sound like?
I ran up like, I don't know, it was just fuck. She was old. She had a gown on. And that's what I saw with my eyes. I fucking ran upstairs like a little pussy. I ran up to my parents' room. I was like fucking about to graduate high school. And I fucking snuggled up between. I was like fucking scared as shit. I was almost an adult. That was about it.
Did you see like her face, or you just saw her wearing?
I just saw like maybe white hair and a fucking gown. It scared the shit out of me.
Oh, shit.
But I don't know. I mean, dude, you could,
Were you just laying down
you.
there, or you just wake up from a nap or something?
No, I was sleeping down there because I fell asleep there and I just slept through the night. But like, I feel like some of that shit just has your mind is that, you know, fucks and that gets to you. But anyways, we'll wrap it up for tonight because we all got to get places. Chris, you working tomorrow morning?
Not tomorrow morning. Later.
You're not working. You working, Mike?
I'm not working.
Working, yeah. Are we going to run tomorrow?
Oh yeah, you want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You guys want to run with us?
What time?
I'm not going to wake up in time. I'm telling you right now, my late plans are not going to allow that.
Yeah. We have plans tonight.
A little bit.
Special lady.
We'll see.
Oh, okay.
He's dressing nice.
Chris is gonna jerk off tonight. No, I'm just kidding.
In this shirt.
But anyways, hey, yeah, we should do this once in a while. It's kind of fun. Lawrence, how do you like being on the podcast?
Oh, it's great, bro. Like, it's nice to feel like a priority.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, like,
But it's been interesting. It's been a good little dynamic conversation. Lawrence, I've learned a lot about you. You like spirits and scary movies.
He's a Gemini.
Yeah, Gemini, Aries and Libra. Leo's the lion,
apparently,
right?
my sign is like one of the most hated signs from
Really?
what I've heard.
Oh, shit.
My dad's a
why-
Gemini.
You're what? June 23rd.
June 18.
June 18th. You're
July 25th.
March 17th or March 20th. I know.
Nice, really.
Aries like Leo's a lot. That's true.
Yeah. Is that what did you check up your ex-girlfriend's sign? Were you guys compatible?
She's a Virgo, so like, I don't know if we're like compatible. I don't think it was, but like, she wouldn't even tell me that like I don't even seem like a Gemini.
Really?
So it's
What about
just
you
kinda
and
like-
your exes? Did you ever have someone lined up?
They always tell me like, "Oh, you act like a Leo and this and that.
But did your guys' stars line up?
No.
Yeah, mine.
I don't
I was
understand. I don't understand the stars part.
That's what I was telling. I don't understand it either. But I was telling Mike, like me and an ex-girlfriend of mine I looked up the thing, and it was like exactly, and it was like 0% chance of like being able to last, and I didn't believe it. But I mean, there's maybe some truth to it.
Maybe.
But did you ever have a good match with your girlfriends? No. Always mad.
No, it wasn't a match. It wasn't a match.
I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, thank you guys for listening to the podcast. It's been a blast. Nice having you guys on, and we'll do it again soon. All right, guys. For Lawrence Ginsoli, Chris Vidal, Lapu Lifts, Mike's Workouts, Mike DeCrisio or DeCrisio, right?
DeCrisio.
DeCrisio. I'm Old School Matt. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Peace.
Hey guys, thank you guys for checking out this video. Make sure to go check out all of our other podcasts, Buffalo Barbecues, our Buffalo Workouts, and also a slew of other things, including challenges and whatnot. So make sure to check out all of these different things. Thank you guys for watching. I am Old School Matt here, and this is Water Buffalo TM. Peace.